Hello again. My stream dropped. It was actually OBS, my streaming software, that just died. So I'll continue my stream right now and let's see how it works. Let's see if we get the stream back up running and that everything will work fine again. This can happen sometime when you do some streaming. Let's hope that uh yeah that it works better now. I have few more photos to edit today. I'm a photographer, a street photographer from Finland, and I'm sitting here just outside of Helsinki to do this stream today. And today I'm editing some street photos. Let's see how this works. There are some things that I'm wondering if they going to work well or not. I would love to hear where are you from, and if you're into photography, if you have been photographing for a longer time, or if that, or if you are a newbie. Me myself, I have been photographing for around 15 years now, and I started out going out just photographing street photography, street art, and stuff like that. And from there, I started my street photography journey. My name is Oscar. Um, up there you can see my Instagram if you would like to see my photos. And today I'm editing a bit of photos that I have taken on the Helsinki street just yesterday. All right, maybe I should share this new link since the stream just dropped, so that if someone would like to join the stream, they could. My community's base is mostly on on Instagram, and so they are the guys that I'm telling that I'm streaming. If you just jumped in, I would love to hear, are you into photography, and where are you from? Where are you from? From what location are you watching this stream? Today I'm editing photos, street photos from Helsinki, Finland. So that's what I would like to know of you. Who are you? Where are you from? Are you a photographer? And if you have any questions, uh, I would like to answer those. Alright, regarding street photography, or photo editing, I would love to answer those questions. Just write them in the chat and let's have a discussion. Uh, I'm posting to Instagram this new streaming link since my stream just dropped. My OBS said thank you, I don't want to be here anymore. So that's what's going on. Just a sec. Dun, 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 dun. Let's see how that works. All right, let's get into the editing of today. I'm editing photos from the Helsinki streets. Boom. Here's the editing screen, and let's continue this editing journey. Dun, 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 dun. There we got it. If you have any questions regarding editing, photo editing, street photography, or if you just want to share something with me, feel free and welcome to do that. Um, I this is where I left off before my OBS just exploded. Oh well, it didn't, but it stopped working. So I try to make black and white crisp photos of people around Helsinki. uh, I was hoping this would be something, but I think this photo is just crap. It is. Let's throw it away. This one I did enjoy a lot. I I love the energy of this person here, and my thought was that this could be the best photo of the day, since there was some really positive energy in this photo. I saw this person coming walking towards me, and I was like, yes, yes, if I get all the things right, this could be the banger of the day. Let's see how I edit it. The idea was to make really crisp photos. The focus is a bit off, but it's okay since I think the focus are here somewhere on the mittens. Anyways, should I bring up the color a bit? These are the settings that I'm having. It's quite modest. I have put up from the presets the texture, the clarity a bit to make these pop a bit more, make them more crisp. Just small adjustment on the adjustment curve, and then I have some vignetting on this photo as well. It's not much. Vignetting is this one when you get this small circle around the photo. If you something that I very often failed with when I was starting out was that I put too much vignetting on my photos, so that when you looked at them, you got this ring around and it felt really weird and odd. So I try to be quite careful with my vignetting, even though I want it there, just to put the viewer towards what I want the viewer to look at. Yeah. So this is the photo that I like the most of the ones that I took last was it yesterday? Yeah. Sometimes I play with the highlights. Not much now that it's so dark in Finland. When it's more snowy, more snow or more light, then I often play with the highlights so that I bring back the white colors so that they aren't only white. That's something that is quite easy if you photograph with raw or PNG, or not PNG but raw photos, for instance, where there's a lot of information, then you can bring back the highlights quite well. Um, Sometimes I bring the blacks down to get more contrast, but I must say I do like it like this quite a lot. So this is how I like it. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So hey, if you're new here on or just jumped into my stream, please let me know where are you from and how did you end up here. Is photography something that you do, or is photography something that you're just interested in, or was this a mistake that you popped into this stream today? I'm planning to do more streams in the future as well, because I think streaming is a very good way to get in contact with people again, since everything is so fast nowadays. I think we need to chill a bit and sit down, have a cup of coffee, enjoy time more, and each other's company, not always run towards the next thing. And I thought streaming was a way to do a bit more of slow, just yeah, slow content. I think that's something that I'm longing for. Sometimes it's difficult to me at like it's difficult for me to look at slow content, but I still want to be part of a solution where we chill down and just you know put less, have a possibility to just enjoy each other's company and have a discussion around, for instance, photography, or just chill. My plan is also in the future to have a bit of background music so we can enjoy some music while discussing photography, enjoying some editing streams, or just sitting down. I don't know, put my cameras ready for a photography gig or street photography gig. And also, what I have done here on the chat is that uh I had a stream on the street as well. So I brought my camera to stream my process on the street. That's something that I think I actually well, actually I saw a video yesterday, or was it today? Yesterday, where there was some experts discussing the trends for 2026 around YouTube, and these guys said that one trend that they think will hit through is that they think people will start making more streaming, like create more streams again, since a lot of people want to connect it. The future is community, and that's why they thought that community, for instance, through streaming, is a good way to connect to people, and that's what people are longing for right now, since everything is crazy in the world, and we need people like ourselves, and one way to find those people is to get to know each other through mutual interests. And that's why also I'm creating these streams so that we can get together, discuss photography, edit some photos, enjoy each other's company, have a cup of coffee, stuff like that. I think it's important. So that's why I'm creating more streams and putting more effort into that. Anyways, this photo, like this sign here on the wall says, I think it should be thrown in the trash, since I don't feel this gives me anything. It was a photo at, like, in the moment. I don't like it. I will rate it 0, which will take it off this list of photos. A few more left. I have this one of the dog, and I really enjoyed it. So I thought this dog was so cute. So let's see how I can make this work. I just copied the settings from the earlier one, and since this is inside and there's more light, I need to balance the exposure again. If you look here at the histogram, when I play with the exposure, when it's in the middle, the photo is quite balanced. You have like the colors. If I put it here to the right, it overexposes, and if you put it to the left, it gets too dark. Very often my photos are not here in the middle. They are more towards the left, towards the darker side, and that's something that I often do. Or then I put them here in the middle somewhere, maybe like this, and then I bring down the blacks to still, and the shadows maybe a bit, and through that I still get this my photos to be a bit more on the darker side, because I enjoy it more. Shares, it's more joyful in my experience. This dude here looks really cool. Nice. But the idea was to get a good photo of this person with their dog. Let's try out some cool cropping. Maybe put them in the middle. This is a nice photo. Very often with street photography is that you see like a moment, and you're just like, okay, I just need this to hopefully I get this shot, and you just like take out your camera and take the shot, and very often it's a bit blurry or something, but then sometimes you make it work. This is quite nice actually. I do really like this. But let's see if I can take down the. I think it's quite. One thing that I often do is when I put the cursor, for instance, here on the floor or at the white jacket, I see the percentages on the histogram, and they are quite high. They're like 99, 99, and 98, 93%. So it's really there's a lot of those spaces takes a lot of space, and here one way to maybe make this work a bit better would be to do some masking and take away a bit of the white here, because it eats a lot of energy. One thing to do it, I can actually show it to if you want to. Welcome to the chat. Where are you from? I would love to hear where are you from, and how did you end up looking at this editing stream. I'm a street photographer from Finland. I'm sitting here just outside of Helsinki. Where are you? And how did you find your way here? Let's do some masking just to play with it. Now that we have these super nice different masking systems, I can actually pick the subject and do it from there if I want to, or then I can just take the background and put that. Let's see if I put this one, then it starts counting and looking. This is like AI as it's at its best. It looks for the subject. Hopefully it understands that I just want the woman in the middle. Oh, it saw this person, so all of these. Let's see if I can take away some of these subjects. Very often I use the brush for that. And then let's see, my computer is a bit slow right now. Welcome to the chat. If you're, or I would love to hear where you are from, and if you're a photographer, or what has brought you here to today's editing stream. My name is Oskar Lehtineri from Finland, and I'm all about street photography. And today I'm editing the photos that I took yesterday. Later on, they will probably show up on Instagram. In the descriptions, you can find my Instagram profile. Let's see. So now that I have this character chosen here, I very often invert the photo like that, so that, let's see, like that. Does it work still? Or do I need to? Yeah, maybe I need to do that again. Thought it would work. This didn't work, did it? No. This was not what I planned. Anyways, let's take this away. I'm not happy with it. Delete all masks. Sometimes AI or me or something does not work the way I want. What I can do is, let's take this one, the radial gradient. This is how I used to do it back in the days when AI was not a thing. I chose the subject that I wanted. I do this because I felt the back, like the everything else takes a lot of too much space. So what I did was I'm choosing the most important thing here, which is this person and her dog. And then I invert it, boom, like that. And then we bring down the exposure. Wow, I can do it this much, but of course it would be too much. So I'm bringing it down so that the rest of the photo wouldn't. I want to have more of her face. Now the background, like the floor and the white coat here, doesn't eat too much energy off the photo, which is really good. I'm often looking at the percentages up there around at the histogram over here, and it used to be like 93 to 98%, so it was really light. Now it's like around 70, and the dog here is a lot higher on the numbers, so this works much better this way. So now I have done this, is like a simple way of masking a photo, so that you know when you look at this photo that this is what we are working with. Welcome to the chat. Hey, I would love to hear where are you from. If you have any questions around street photography or any questions around photo editing or cameras, I would love to, answer those questions and have a discussion with you. If you want my opinion on something around photography, please put that in the chat, and I'll try to make some sort of a idea, or like answer it the best way I can. Of course, there are a lot of things within photography I don't know anything about, and of course then I will tell you that. But this is me editing my street photos from Helsinki, Finland, where I usually work my streets. I don't know if you can even say that. Like, that sounded like I do something else. But anyways, what I do is street photography in Helsinki, Finland, and this is something that I have done for years and years actually already, and now I decided that I would like to do more uh, streaming, because I think it's good for community. So if you have any questions, if you want to comment, if you think whatever, just let me know. I'm interested in you. I'm sitting here just to, find other like-minded people that enjoy photography, that enjoy street photography, that enjoy discussing it, enjoy, making the world a beautiful place by creating art. Let's see how this works. This dude in the foreground, I don't know. Maybe it's not the best photo of my life, but there's something about it that still works for me. Let's bring up the exposure a bit. I try to create these crisp street photos, and it's not always easy because people are moving all the time, but this is something that I'm doing right now. I usually don't focus that much on making crisp photos. What I want to do is create vibes and feelings around photos. But now I have tried to do more of these. That's why I have brought up the texture a bit of the clarity, to get these photos to be more crisp, and also in my photo process, when I take the pictures, I went out with my Canon R5 and the 50mm to take these pictures. I took away my fine Pro Mist filter from Tiffen that I otherwise always use, just to make this photo even more crisp. Can't say I have really succeeded like super well this time, but that's what street photography is all about. You go out, you take a lot of photos. A lot of them are bad, some of them are good, but in the end you come up with something, and that's what's important. This is actually towards the end of my trip this day. I was already getting back on the I was already back on on the metro going home, and I shot this one. Let's see what I can do with it. Since I always take the previous photos settings, I needed to take away the things that I had there, but this was something I thought it looked cool with the kids coming here and with the big statue looking at them somehow. So I saw there was something. I think this is me taking a picture. Actually, there's a reflection. I'm not sure, but maybe. So that's something. Hey, if you're just jumped into the chat and to the stream, please let me know where are you from. I'm a street photographer from Finland, and this is what I do. Very often, I go out, capture the energies of the street with my camera, and then I come home, I sit down, I edit the photos, sometimes on the phone, sometimes on my desktop, and yeah, very often actually on the phone nowadays. But I shoot with a camera. I have the Canon R5 and I have the Ricoh GR3X as my street camera that I most often use, and then but then also nowadays I take a lot of pictures with the OnePlus phone that I have here. It's a really good phone, a really good camera, and I have taken a lot of good photos in 2025 with this one. So I want to encourage you not to feel that you need the best gear for photography. I want to encourage you to just go out, learn how to take these really good photos with your mobile device. Since nowadays you can take such good photos, and I'm planning actually to do a photo walk with the mobile device instead, just to show how good photos you can take with that device. You don't have to have a super expensive and nice camera, even though it's fun to have that. It's fun to have nice gear, but sometimes you need to focus on what's important, and very often what's important is to create, have fun, and learn from the process of it. One way to really learn is to actually limit yourself. So that's also something that I do, and that's something one way to or if you wonder like why limiting yourself is a good way, it's because then you have to look for other ways to get the result you want. If you put like a obstacle in the way of your process, then you have to find new ways around it or over it, or like figure out something new. And that's why I really enjoy photographing, for instance, with a Polaroid camera, or with a I just bought a really simple camera on a Kickstarter thing that has this, like it's like a toy almost. It's the Ecolens camera. It's really nice. You should probably have better lighting than Finland in the winter, but you know, by just making things more simple for yourself, or by photographing with a mobile device, you learn new things. It gives you more possibilities when you have to figure things out. It's like when you start out photography and you see all these settings, the f-stop and the lenses and the ISO and all these. When you start using them, putting them in some setting and trying out your photography, that's when you learn. Even though in the beginning you see that your photos are overexposed or underexposed, or you don't get the focus right or something like that, every small part of that that process is learning, even though it might feel difficult at the time, like why am I not getting this right, but you're learning. And And that's why obstacles in your creative journey are so important. You're not learning from the things that are easy, you're learning from the things that are hard or new, or if you're doing something in a different way. Then, of course, like photo editing for me, I have my workflow, and my workflow then helps me to create stuff quite fast, and that's good as well. But uh, it's not what gives me like my. It's not what helps me grow. It's just what helps me do what I do, so that I can, I don't know, for instance, post on Instagram. This photo here, I really enjoyed it. I tried to figure out some detail that I wanted to take a picture of that would tell its own story. And this is a person with their groceries. I think it was a nice photo and actually works quite well in black and white, so I'm happy with it. And then to my last photo of the bunch, this one, I just took it to I just took it actually to try to get this. I was actually while taking it, I was discussing liminal space photography. You know, the photos where there's nothing and it feels like it's the scene has been left behind, and like it's a human built space, but there's there's no soul, nothing living in that space. So it feels really empty, and that's something that I tried with this photo, because I realized at some point that liminal space photos are better when shot on a wider lens. This is on a 50mm, and it doesn't get I can't get that feeling as well as I do if I shoot it on my 28mm, for instance, which is a wider lens. And that means for me at least that I need to get the wider lens. It helps me as a viewer to get into the scene, but more narrow lens like the 50 or 85, or if you go even like narrower, then you feel like more of an observer of a scene. So that's something good to take in consideration away also, because if you're creating a story with a 50mm or with a 28 or 35mm, it tells the story in a different way. It makes the viewer an observer or a person part of the story. And yeah, so that's something fun, at least for me, to play around with. This was the last photo that I edited. The only thing left here is to post these on Instagram. And yeah, it has been quite fun to do this editing stream today. Um, the only thing left for today is to thank you. I failed my stream a bit in that way that my OBS crashed, which made my cameras go bloop and everything. So it turned out to be 2 streams instead of 1. But it was a fun lesson learned. As I said, by failing we learn. So after this, I'm posting my photos. I'll go out, take more photos, do more streams. I'm also planning these live streams from the street, trying to make them to work as well as possible. And of course, something that I really enjoy is meeting other photographers. So hopefully, we'll have fruitful and nice discussions here on the on YouTube, but also in real life. For instance, because I arrange a lot of street photography walks, and there it's really nice to meet new or old photographers and to hang out, discuss cameras, discuss, art. That's something that's really nice. Hey, I wish you a really good day or night wherever you are. Take care of yourself, and don't give up your daydream. Thank you for watching.